Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Yogyakarta Corner. This afternoon, Hanafi is trying to report the recent condition of Malioboro Street as the icon of Yogyakarta town. And this is the recent condition or situation of Malioboro Street of Yogyakarta after, for the reason of mostly 1 month, the condition of this Malioboro Street has been totally changed by the local government by sending out all of the shopkeepers, all of the shops along the street, which were formerly as the major icon of any visitors who like to visit Yogyakarta. And Malioboro Street was quite famous for the shoppers and for those who like to keep on shopping, and they usually spend a lot of money shopping on this Malioboro Street. But after the reason of 3 weeks to 1 month ago, all of these shopkeepers have been sent out to the other center because the local government would like to make Malioboro Street exactly looks like the Kota Tua of Jakarta town. So this is now the recent condition and the recent situation of Malioboro Street in Yogyakarta. And by chance today is a holiday, and this is the lake or the recent condition of Malioboro. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the other side of Malioboro Street, and recently it looks much more beautiful than it used to be, because at the moment this area has been totally free out of the local shoppers. The local people used to keep on selling their things to the visitors, and they've been so crowded enough by the right and the left side of this road. But now it is now totally empty. Ladies and gentlemen, since today is our holiday in Indonesia, so in front of us we can see a lot of people, we can see a lot of visitors who's been starting to visit Malioboro, and they're exactly coming from outside of Yogyakarta for sure, and they keep coming here visiting Yogyakarta since they would like to enjoy the holiday. And while we are looking at those visitors coming outside of Yogyakarta, then here at this moment, this is the other point of Malioboro Street, with its typical horse cart, traditional horse cart of Yogyakarta. And this is also one of the icon of Malioboro, or we can say the icon of Yogyakarta for sure. And you can have a look here. that now this street is totally changed. So there is no more pedagang asongan or the local shoppers, just like it used to be. And recently Malioboro looks much better and much more beautiful, looks very peaceful. So look at that in front of us. It is totally and absolutely changed, where that corner that used to be crowded of a lot of pedagang asongan or the local shoppers who keeps on selling their things to the visitors in the old time, but now it's totally changed. Now it is totally changed, and you can see a lot of bench has been stated properly, and it looks much more nicer. It looks much nicer, and any visitors would like to take a rest after walking for a long, and they can have their rest by sitting on these benches. So this is what one of the change that we clearly can see here after the local government of Yogyakarta has started this program. So if you have been ever in the town of Jakarta, there is a corner which is called Kota Tua, and seemingly the local government of Yogyakarta would like to change the corner of Malioboro Street or the atmosphere of Malioboro Street much looks like Kota Tua of Jakarta. Ladies and gentlemen, in front of us, now you can see we still got a lot of shops, and they're selling a lot of various kinds of souvenirs, typically coming from the town of Yogyakarta. But what is so special now, these shopkeepers are selling their things or making their business exactly at the permanent shops, and this is actually the real condition of Malioboro Street in the old time. Now if they would like to if the visitors would like to start shopping, so they can come back to these kinds of mini shops, which is permanently arranged and organized by the local shopkeepers. Ladies and gentlemen, right exactly in front of us, across the street of Malioboro, lies one of the small mosque for those visitors who like to do their pray, and they used to be coming here for praying. And what is most interesting here, this mosque is exactly the mosque under the Chinese architecture style, you know, because where we stop now is actually one of a Chinese area or Chinatown area of Yogyakarta. So this area is much more popular, called as Ketandan area, where majority of the local Chinese lives here at this corner since long time ago, started from the Sultanate time, colonial time, and even until today. So this is Ketandan area of Malioboro, Yogyakarta. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Bring Harjo traditional market of Yogyakarta. This is the biggest market, or the biggest traditional market we find at Malioboro Street. And this is also the market where we can have a lot of kinds of various things like batiks, various kinds of batik, starting from the cheapest batik, and also you can have a look the most expensive batik you can find inside there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the inside of Bring Harjo Yogyakarta Batik traditional market. This traditional market used to be very crowded, visited by the local people from somewhere. And even when we have been held by the pandemic period, pandemic time recently, but this traditional market used to be very crowded, and there are no less of visitors anyway. And when you like to do some shopping here, you can try to bargain the price as much as you can if you like. And this is one of the traditional ways or traditional system when you like to start shopping here in this traditional market. So for those who used to be shopping in the mall or in the shopping center, usually you are going to be given a fixed price, but at this traditional market you can try to bargain the prices for a few percent you like. So those are some of the batik, some of the things they are selling here. And this traditional market is actually quite big enough for you to shop and spend your money. Those are some of the typical batik found here locally in Yogyakarta. And it depends on the style, it depends on the model you like to have, and you can choose anything you like. And when you find it's very expensive to be bought, then you can start running, like I told you previously. And most of the shopkeepers and most of the visitors are still using the mask since the pandemic area hasn't been totally finished. So any outsiders or any local people want to go shopping or going outside from their home, and they still keep using their masks anyway. Beneath these trees, usually we are going to find a lot of dagang on a lot of local sellers keep selling their batik bags or any other souvenirs. And this is not only the relaxing area of those sellers, but also the relaxing areas of any visitors who's been tired of walking and shopping along the street. Here again, exactly in front of you, we find one of a very big or huge batik shop titling Hamza Batik, and this company has got a lot of branches in the whole area of Yogyakarta, and at this Malioboro street, Hamza also has got the biggest batik shops. And when you come inside of this Hamza batik shop, you can find a lot of various kinds of expensive batik, material batik, or the ready-made batik like clothing or any sarung or any other batik products locally from Yogyakarta. This is chandal dawat. This is a special, typical ice sold by the sellers for any visitors who feel quite thirsty after doing some shopping here. And this is also one of the local drinks, or the local drinks found here in Yogyakarta. This is a group of bamboo music instruments of Yogyakarta, and this bamboo music instrument named angklung. And when you are traveling in Yogyakarta or in Bandung or West Java, you can find a lot of this typical music, especially they're going to show or they're going to perform their performance here by the traffic light corner. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of my report for today. I hope this information will be quite useful for each of you who would like to go back to Yogyakarta someday. Good day, Hanafi, Yogyakarta.